Welcome back to LearnWire, and this is going to be a fun test today. We're going to be looking at Bramework versus Jasper. Now, we're specifically going to be looking at the long form content generation from both tools. We can't really do short form because it's not a fair comparison. Bramework just doesn't do short form. It's all based on blogging. That's what I like about Bramework is that it's a blogger's tool. It's specifically for creating blog posts very quickly. So and they're very focused on workflow. Now, Jasper is definitely the heavy hitter on the block, and it's arguably the best AI writer on the market. Absolutely. That's opinion based. There's plenty of high quality writers out there, but Jasper definitely has been around for over a year now. They've gone through 3 name changes. They've acquired different companies. What is it? Shortly AI. They acquired that company. They have just really good technology, and their long form content and algorithm is just getting more and more sophisticated. So it's fair to compare a lot of tools to Jasper. So that's what I'm going to be doing in today. We're going to be just seeing, basically how fast we can create content, what the quality is. We're going to look at like what the outline process is, and just overall, right? So we're going to look at that. So let's jump in to Bramework first. Before we do that, we need to get a keyword. So I am going to go to my favorite keyword and keyword tool and sign it real quick to RankIQ. And if you don't know about this, you can check out my RankIQ review, and it explains everything that this tool actually does. It has over 1 million keywords in it that goes through. This tool basically sifts through millions and millions and millions of keywords, and it narrows it down to the best keywords that theoretically are easier to rank for and still have good traffic. So high traffic, low competition, and that's what any person that's trying to rank any kind of website, that's what you're after. You're after those kind of keywords. So we're going to go through here, and I'm just going to go to the keyword library, and we're just going to try to search for something. What do we want to write about today? We can go in and look at different niches over here. Business entrepreneur. Okay, perfect. So we found some good ones right here. I'm going to go with how to become a better songwriter. And you can click this and you can add this to your keyword list. I may as well. We're going to go to how to become a better songwriter. We're going to go back into Bramework right here. Now we could come through here and go to the keyword research tool real fast and push search and just see what it comes up with. And we've got a difficulty of 28, which is low, and this is SEO difficulty, so that's good. Competition of this is the estimated competition level for paid search, so we ignore that. And then we have some volume here, so looks pretty good in green. We have some other keywords right here that also come into play. So we might also, what I'll do is sometimes I'll just jot these down real fast in case we want to add some more keywords. And then we have the top questions right here, and those will show up in the when we are writing our article. And then we have WikiHow. Let's see, I just kind of try to look through here and just see, like, the fact that there's Quora in the top 10, that means that there's a good chance of ranking right here. There's a subdomain right here ranking, so another subdomain right here. So it looks like we would probably have a good chance of ranking for this. So you can click the new post button right here to get started. I'll just come back over here and just show you AI Writing Assistant. This is the dashboard, and we just say new post. Now we would go, whoops, and we're going to throw our keyword in right here, push continue, and we have a green light. I have not seen a red light yet. How to become a better songwriter, that's already there. Songwriting tips, we can throw that in there. Songwriting ideas, songwriting, lyric writing tips, how to become a better rapper songwriter. You can select 5 of these. How to become a better lyricist, singer, songwriter, how to become a better R&B. That's cool. And we will say create. So then it pops open. I like the interface over here. Now, if you want to get in my in-depth reviews on any of these tools, Bramework, I did one like a week ago or so. You can go check that one, review out on the channel as well. This one is more about doing a test. So we're really going to try to kind of zoom through here. I will try not to go off on any tangents, and here we go. So we start off right over here, okay, and then you can just click the title button and generate. it already knows what keyword you put in there that we're going for. We are literally trying to rank for this keyword right here, how to become a better songwriter. So then it's going to go out there and come up with some titles. I'm going to say generate some more. How to become a better songwriter, how to become a better songwriter, 7 easy steps to improve your songwriting. I like that one. 8 tips to make you a better. I like leading off with the keyword, so we're going to go with this one right here. I like that one. It's a little bit long of a title, but I think we can make it work. Okay, so the next what we do is we go to outlines and then we put generate right here. And let's see if it gives us our 7 tips. It does. Now I don't see a conclusion. I'm going to push generate more. So introduction. So you want to be a better songwriter. It's not as hard as you think. In fact, with these 7 easy steps, you'll be able to improve your songwriting skills in no time, learn the basics, write every day, draw inspiration from everyday life, experiment with different genres. Okay, so we are going to put this one in here. And then I'm going to go and see if we can add any more songwriting ideas. Those were actually part of, let's see right here. Let's just say something like, actually let's just put that in right there. And then lyric writing ideas. I'm going to grab these and they're going to just be kind of some more content inside of here for like extra tips because they're not part of any of these. How to become a better, so these are the keywords that we actually selected, which is cool. So we can actually grab these and we'll throw these in here as well. And we'll just get rid of this section 4 and section 5 thing. Okay. All right. So we have that, and then maybe a conclusion, which I'm not sure. It didn't give us a conclusion, but we're going to go with all these as H2 tags. And then I don't know why that is so small right there. You can change the text color. You can put a background color, but I do not see where the, let's go right with here and just maybe do clear formatting. Maybe. Okay. We cleared the formatting. That worked perfect. So they have that built-in tool. That's really nice that they have that. Okay, so we have our outline right here. So now we're just going to, one thing to note, you'll notice is the introduction is pretty small right here. So you want to be a better songwriter. It's not as hard as you think. In fact, with these 7 steps, so we can just leave it right there. Sometimes what I like to do with just SEO is try to answer the question right away to see if we can get a snippet as well, right? So I'll just say how to become a better songwriter. We'll literally put that in as a question right there. We'll put it in as an H2, and then we'll highlight this, and then I'll say paragraph. And we'll let it do its thing and give us a little bit more tips right there. And we can, it did kind of list it out, but we'll come back and you can read that as well. It's it's pretty targeted content. And then here's where you just kind of get in a groove with Bramework. And this is where I really like where this tool just absolutely shines. We can literally just highlight this and push paragraph. Now we're not just pushing a button over here to write more. And notice that this right here does not turn green. It's only going to turn green. And then it usually does a good job, Bramework, with finishing sentences almost every time, but then right here you always want to look out for it. It didn't finish a sentence right there. But in order to turn this on, you have got to, like right here, we can actually push to write more. But it doesn't write as much. It does not write as much. So like in order to, this could involve writing songs for, you would need to write more right here to fill this up. You actually have to write quite a bit in order for it to be able to pull the trigger on that, right? And you'll notice that that's what separates it from Jasper as well. But as far as speed and just getting your initial skeleton very organized, there's almost nothing out there like this that beats this. And so I'll add that into the conclusion later, but this is my favorite part about Bramework. So right here, songwriting ideas, we can't write a paragraph because there's not enough text for it to gather. And that's one thing I don't know about the technicalities of this, but it's obviously not going back up here to look for, much like Jasper looks like up to 3,000 characters previous to it to really get a good idea of what it wants to write about and what it's supposed to write about. But with this tool, the fact that you can't write more based on that tells me that it's kind of doing, there's another way it's getting its content, right? And right here, we have to be careful right here as well, because we are missing right here. There are a number of resources available online that can help you with this, such as, I'm just going to end it right there. Okay. So songwriting ideas to make you a better songwriter. So we are going to grab that copy and we're going to put this songwriting tips to make you a better songwriter, how to become a better. Okay, so now we can grab this and push the paragraph button. Grab this and paragraph button. So it is doing a lot of list type things in this post. And when it's answering a question, it makes sense that it's doing a lot of the lists. And then right here, we're going to just finish with these last couple. So you can see how fast we got a 1,100 word article right here. So conclusion, with all these tips discussed in this post, you will be able to, and then we can write the green button right here, become a better songwriter. So it's obviously doing something with going back, pushing the green button. It's doing something to know to get back on track, right? To say that that we're going to be able to become a better songwriter. There is no way to do it, but by following these steps, you will have a good start. That sentence, I'm not really sure if I like that one. Let's say, if you practice every day, push the green button, and keep learning, you will be able to improve your craft quickly. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that. I'm going to go, and you can obviously go and fix all the grammar stuff. It's nice to have grammar, Grammarly installed, and there's not a whole lot. It's pretty clean. It's one thing I've noticed as well. It's super clean. One of the cleanest as far as grammatical errors. You saw there was only a couple, and you will probably see that there will be more in Jasper. So you're looking at a 1,200 word article very quickly. And then another thing that you can do in here that separates this from other generation is that you can post this directly to your blog. I still have not set that up. I've got to figure that part out. I have, because I'm running into errors with the publish feature. So I will do a tutorial on that when I get to that point, but you will be able to publish this right directly to your WordPress blog, which is cool. So how to become a better songwriter. So I could literally just highlight this, push copy, push enter, go up to image and throw in songwriter, push search, and boom, done. And then we could literally just go in here and edit this, and we could put in our keyword that we're actually trying to rank for, right? And so you can quickly come through here, find a good lyricist. Let's see, get feedback. So I'm just going to say feedback might be something that we want to go for. And I'm going to say enter, go here. Just want to show you, this is a feature that is not, that you don't have. Let's go right here. You don't have this feature inside of Jasper. So there you go. You have your 1,200 word article, very clean. You can also come through here and go with a plagiarism check real quick. And we have no plagiarism found. And if it does find plagiarism, it will highlight it in yellow right on the page, which is super cool. And this is something else that Jasper does not have. So it saves automatically, but you can go over here and also just push the save button. Okay. This also copies and pastes. It's already formatted and you're ready to just post this to your blog or your website right away. So loving Bramework, absolutely have nothing but really good things to say about it. Now you can pause at different points and read through this. Generally, you're going to get pretty like medium type content, but it's structured in such a good way. And so I'm the formatting and the structure and the just kind of factual type content. It's just giving you just regular content, right? The like researched content. This stuff still ranks. I have a blog that I wrote with Bramework that I did not put through any optimization tools, and it's already ranking on page 3 for a pretty big keyword. So, and that was literally within 24 hours, it was already ranking on Google. So, you can absolutely rank content with Bramework. All right. So we're going to go and jump in. Obviously, there is SEO score right here. I don't really pay too much attention to this because if you care about SEO score and optimization, these few little metrics right here are not going to mean much. You're going to probably use another tool like Phrase or Surfer SEO or outranking. Now you have keywords. We can actually come in here and there's other questions. I need to show you guys that as well. We can come through here and this is a good way that you can go into questions, how to become a better songwriter. Let's see if there's anything in here that we didn't already answer. If you didn't answer these, you could go in here and just push plus. I wish that we could push a generate more button where it could go out there and find more stuff for us, but it doesn't. So that's it. But as far as Bramework, now, we'll come back and I'll talk about the things I don't like about Bramework in a little while, but let's go and get started on our Jasper creation. So we're going to go how to become a better songwriter. We're going to shoot for around 1,200 words as well. So I'm going to go over here to the templates and we're going to go into the long form assistant and we will go through the blog post and then we will go right here. So write a post on, and then we're going to just say, this is our keyword, and say continue. We're going to generate titles. And let's see right here, how to become a better songwriter in 5 simple steps. So we could go with the 5 simple steps, and that would be a good comparison because we did 7 on the other one. So we can go right here and do 5. So use this one. And then we can just say intro paragraph. And you'll notice that generally speaking, Jasper creates better introductions. So do you want to become a better songwriter? If so, you're in luck. In this blog post, we'll discuss 5 simple steps that will help you improve your songwriting skills. Songwriting is an art form, and like any other art form, it takes time and practice to get better. But with these 5 steps, you'll be on your way to becoming a great songwriter in no time. What a great introduction paragraph. So boom, and then open the editor. Boom. You'll notice that Jasper is extremely fast, pretty much everything that it does. Super crisp, super clean, and you just immediately get a feel when you're inside of Jasper of the quality that they have of everything that they've done to put into this software. They have a huge team behind this project. They have a lot of funding for this project, and it's here to stay. And the reviews that they have on their site speak for themselves with thousands and thousands of 5-star reviews on multiple trusting platforms that people leave reviews on. So we've got that. Now what we can do is we can come right here. Now you can say 2 different ways. I'm just going to say, we can say Jasper, write an outline based on the above and the content brief. So you can tell it to do that, and you can say Control Enter. It's going to take that and it's going to go out and it's going to write. There's our 5, right? We have our 5. Practice your songwriting skills by writing every day. That makes sense, right? Practice makes purpose. Practice makes perfect. Read books about how to write songs. Listen to how other people. So these are a little bit more in depth, I would say, a little bit more in depth, actionable stuff. So I like the outline. Collaborate with other songwriters. Share your music with friends and family. Okay. So another way we can do is we can open up the power mode. Okay. And then we can go over here to blog post outline. And we can just say that we need that. And the blog post title. So we actually need the title. And where's our title at? it's actually right here. So I'm actually going to grab that and put that in right here. And then you can change the tone right here. So I'm just going to say professional's fine. And then what you can do is different outputs. I usually keep it at 3 just to see what we're going to get. And it's going to show up down here. So they have a really nice view right here, a compact view. And what you can do with this tool is unlike many other tools, that you're able to pretty much dive in and get almost any kind of content that you want out of this tool. So it's really cool. So we have this different outlines right here as well, right? So you can use it inside of here. It depends on what style you want. You can literally tell Jarvis what to do inside the long form editor, or you can come in here if you like to just kind of use kind of a tutorial type based over here. Listen to your favorite songs and analyze what makes them great. Experiment with different sounds. And right here, what you can also do is you could add more of these. If you wanted to do 5 or 10 or 20, you can actually just look through here and make sure that none of them are duplicates, right? Practice, practice, practice is a duplicate. And I believe one of the ones from Bramework was actually practice, practice, practice in the outlines as well. Look, practice, practice, practice. So you've got to see that there's some correlation between where they're getting the content between the two, right? So anyway, this is a good way that you can get your outline as well. But you're going to be able to put all you're able to get pump out any kind of content just inside of just this editor right here. Okay, so we've got our outline. And then we can come through here and just say conclusion. You could also probably go like this and say, Jasper, write me some top questions that people ask about how to become a better songwriter. Okay, so then we can go Control Enter. We need to highlight this. Control Enter. And this would give us even more content. So how do I write a song? How can I? So those are questions. Then we can come through here and just say FAQ. All right, so there's some questions. So now you can just go and outline this, but we'll go and sharpen this up in a minute. For now, let's go ahead and just go push a return right here. And then we're going to leave this on and just say compose. It's on medium. And then I'm just going to take that out for now. We can come and add more content later. But I'm just going to leave it on medium and push the compose button. And you can see Jarvis has no problem just writing. We can just push the compose button again. And a lot of times it just kind of shuts off. That sounds too informal. Oh, wait, so we'll just take that part out. And sometimes Jasper can go off on tangents and not make any sense or just do some weird stuff. I like how it went out there and did some research for us. Some great books on songwriting, including The Songwriter's Workshop by Pat Pattison. Obviously, you want to go and double check and make sure that that's actually true, that that book is written by that author. And then we'll come right here and we'll just go out and write some content. So right there doesn't really make sense. So we'll just click it again. Perfect. Okay. It's really going off kind of on this book section here. Not really sure I like that. Then we're going to say compose, collaborate with other songwriters. Collaborating with other songwriters is another great way to improve your songwriting skills because it allows you to see how they approach writing songs and how their process differs from yours. This will give you new ideas for for how best to write a certain part of your own song or how best to use certain instruments when composing music. You can, and then you can just push compose. So it's not, you can tell it really wants to write more. And there you go. So we're going to just remove that. And then we are on right here where we'll push compose again. And you can see that we are at almost 600 words. I'm going to click again until it kind of has time to kind of stop. A lot of times that's the only thing that I wish that Jasper would build in is a button that says, please end the sentence, right? End on an ended sentence would be really cool if it could do that. And I have seen another tool that has done that before. And I will have to try to do a review on that at some point. Okay, so then now we're going to come through here. How do I write a song? I'm just going to push compose. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to push enter, compose. How can I improve my songwriting skills? The best way to improve. So it's doing, and a lot of times at the very beginning, you know, I remember a year ago when I first got started with Conversion AI, then Jarvis, it didn't really do this very well. You weren't able to put the cursor in here, and it just literally knew that this was a pattern in a section, and then just to stay on topic and write just about this. Jasper has not done that before. They have really come a long way with just keeping the content on track. I really, really like that, and it makes it more fun to use the tool. Then it pushes conclusion. How long does it take to become a better songwriter? Depends on how often you practice and how much time you spend listening to others. So it really is answering those questions. I like that. It's staying completely on topic. It's doing a really good job. It's more impressive now than it ever has been. Let's go look at some of the, we're at 800 words. I want to look and see. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So it's pretty clean as well. It's cleaner than, but I've had to delete. Now remember, as I've written all this with Jasper, we have had to push the back space button and delete a lot of content that was just kind of gibberish or symbols, or when it stops on, doesn't complete sentences, right? So we have had to do that, and we've kind of edited it throughout. We didn't really have to do that with Bramework. So then another thing, we would do conclusion, and let's just say if we can, I'm going to put it on long and compose. Songwriting the skill set, and it went out and just wrote a nice conclusion for us right there. Now we can come through here and we'll go with H2 right there. We will make that an H3 because they are the questions. We'll make this an H2, and then we'll make this an H2. We'll come back up here and do some formatting real fast. So we did not reach the 1,000 word mark. We can easily do that with Jasper by just putting our cursor right here. Actually, we'll just put our cursor right here, and it knows what to do, and we can just leave it on long and just push to compose. And you'll see we just got to 1,000 words. So with the click of a button, we literally got to 1,000 words. I'm going to go to the shorter, and we're just going to finish this one off. There we go. Come back through here. Okay, so here's what this looks like. Is we have all this content right here. Pretty good. Okay. Now let's take this. I'm going to copy it. We're going to go into Copyscape. And we'll do a pro search in Copyscape just to verify. And it has no results. So both had unique content. I like, so let me go and push the pause button and just kind of recap what my thoughts are on both softwares. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my thoughts. And of course, feel free to leave a comment below what you saw, what you've experienced if you've had both tools, if you agree, disagree, or if there's something that I missed. This isn't a full comparison from every aspect. I am going to include just thoughts, but I do use both tools on a daily basis, and so I actually love both tools. Bramework has been something that hit AppSumo that I was just pleasantly surprised at how much I liked it and how awesome the tool was from the start. It was almost a blogger's dream come true for creating content quickly, high quality content, and being able to publish it on your website very, very quickly. And so right here we've got the pros of Bramework. Okay. So the pros of Bramework is great with speed and workflow. It also has a lifetime deal, so the pricing is cheaper. It just shines. It's a blogging AI writing tool that will help you get content on your website very quickly. From start to finish, the workflow, the title generation, the outlines that it produces, it's just a really good tool to get some content quickly. And I guess I would say this too, that Bramework is beginner friendly, and I would say down here, not as beginner friendly. And you can, take that with a grain of salt. That is, I'm just saying that Bramework probably wins just a little bit by a hair. We're talking, everything right here is very close. We're talking by a thin thread. Bramework is user-friendly, just a little bit easier for like a beginner that just bought their first AI writing tool. Bramework would be easier, in my opinion, because Jasper can get very technical. You can even write basically formulas and tell it what to do, and you have to know keyboard shortcuts and all those kind of things. So it's definitely possibly the most advanced on the market, but it's not going to be. You can't be the most advanced and be the most user-friendly as well. So Bramework, just to recap, great with speed and workflow, lifetime deal available right now, pricing is cheaper, beginner friendly. Jasper, however, the pros are great with being extremely versatile, good workflow as well, speed is insane, the quality, arguably the best in the biz, more resources, huge team, more money to continue improving the tool, thousands of reviews, reputation, and it has stood the test of time. That is a lot of good things to say about a tool. So it is hard to beat that. They are going to be hard to take down. The cons of Bramework, okay? So you can't push the generate more content button until you write content manually. And that can be annoying. I know for myself even, I'm trying to get content quickly, and you saw how you can just push a button and Jasper will literally go out there and write your entire article for you. And sometimes that's just what you want. You just want to push a button and have it write content for you. And you're not really able to do that. So there's going to be a little bit more manual work and kind of AI content writing dance between AI generation versus your own writing manually, right? And then it's not as versatile. You can't do short form content with Bramework. Now I know that I wasn't really going to mention that too much, but I guess even inside the tool, it's not as versatile. Even with long form content, it's not as versatile as what you saw with Jasper. You could do so much inside the tool writing for blogs. You could even go in there into the power tool. I won't show that, but you can go into the power selection tool and select anything inside of writing a long form content and get very specific on the kind of output you want, right? And then finally it has to earn its place. Bramework is going to have to earn its place in this ever-growing competitive space of AI writing tools. So obviously you can see right here, I'm not grading this and giving it, a 7, a 10, or anything like that. I'm not really doing a tally on these two tools. We could go neck and neck or whatever, but I would just tell you right now, Jasper would win. There isn't a tool out there that beats Jasper right now, but Bramework I personally have been using for my blog content writing almost 100% right now. I'm using it like every day right now to write content on my site. And I use the short form content on Jasper daily as well. Now I will use Jasper for long form content as well, but I'm just saying that Bramework is that good with blog content writing. But they're both really, really good, but I'm not really going to put points to it like a lot of other people are doing. So Jasper, the cons are the formatting, not as good as Bramework. You saw that I had to do more cleanup needed with the generated content. You have to actually backspace, delete stuff. It still has some symbols that come out, and that can be kind of annoying as well that happens. And so, yeah, the formatting is not as clean, not as good. No image inserting, and that's where I really love Bramework, because you need images in your content to rank on Google. The fact that they have that built in and you can do it within seconds, you don't have to go to Pexels or Pixabay, then download the image, then re-upload it to your site and all that. It's just done. It's super awesome. That's a big standout about Bramework. I didn't put that in over here. Bramework, add images to your blog post inside the tool. So Jasper, the formatting, the cleanup, no image inserting, and way more expensive, but worth but not everyone has the budget. Not everyone has the budget, right? So pricing, Bramework wins, I guess. It depends on how you look at it, right? Because if you recognize that Jasper does have higher quality, then it's worth it paying for higher quality. And then this is just not as beginner friendly, in my opinion. Bramework takes the cake when it comes to just the usability and the ease of use. So those are my final thoughts. And just to, really isn't a bias on this because I just came out. You can check the link below. This will be a live list that if a tool starts failing for me, I'll take it off here. If a new discovered tool is amazing, I'll add it to this list, but it'll be in all my video descriptions going forward. It's a new little site I created. It's learnwire.spread.name. And this is LearnWire's top recommended tools list. All of these tools I own and use daily in my business. I own a lot more tools, but only the best make it onto this list. This is, I built this yesterday. Today's February 9th, 2022, and I just built it yesterday on February 8th. So you can see Bramework is on here. Okay, Rank IQ. A lot of you have seen what Rank IQ can do. It's where we got our keyword today. Jasper is on here, absolutely. Word Hero is on here, absolutely. Email Writer for email campaigns, and Outranking as well. Outranking, I'll do more videos on that as well. So at any point you can click on this, see what tools I'm using in my business and that I vouch for and that I kind of I recommend. These are my top tools that I recommend, and they're making it on this list. So both Jasper and Brainwork are both on here. And so that kind of lets you know that, yes, I pay monthly for Jasper. I picked up Brainwork. I have all these tools, and I've picked up dozens of more tools, but only these tools are on here, right, and kind of have the right to be on this list right now. Okay. So at any point you can come check this list out on any of my videos, and you'll know that this is updated, and these are the tools that I recommend. That's not to say that you can't, get other tools on the site, but some of the tools that I review, I just don't have a place for them in my current business. But it doesn't mean that I don't think that they're good tools and that I wouldn't use them in my business, right? So that's it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on my next video. Until next time, take care.